Yes.
It is go time for Monster Monday. Sit back and get ready to enjoy a live show. Comment any questions, see what's up in our world of epic, and hear what we have in store. Welcome to Monster Monday. Hey everybody, welcome to Monster Monday. Hi Misty.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. It's the 12th of May already. I can't believe how fast this month is
Going
going.
by.
Yeah, I'm comfortably at home getting some things done, so that's kind of nice. Did you do anything fun this weekend?
Oh, yeah. I spent Mother's Day with the boy and Dylan. So, yeah, it was kind of fun. Went for a ride on the Panhead.
I went to church on Mother's Day, and that was it. I
Mhm.
didn't. My wife is out of town. My
Aw.
mom lives far, far away, so there was nothing. So I got some work done around the place. So I had some
That's
putzing
good.
around to do. So that was awesome to get some things done. I've just been lacking on my yard work and housework and all the things that need to be done so I can ride like I want to ride. But it's so hard to it's so hard for me to stay focused on being constructive. I look at my motorcycle, I'm like, I could add a little of this to that and get ready to go. Frankie Mountain. So that was a little bit hard for me. And it was like super nice here all weekend, like sunshine and like the
Yeah.
perfect
Miss
day. And
you too.
yeah, so it was pretty awesome. I had to go and meet a guy in New York City on Friday. Let's see, was that Friday night or Thursday night? So I went into the city, and it's been 15 years since I've been into Long Island. And I went in there, I guess that was Thursday night. So Thursday night, I rode into Long Island, and it's been 15 years. And after I was in there, I realized why it's been 15 years, and I will never go back there again. I hate that place.
Uh-oh.
The traffic was so bad. I went 100 miles. It took me 3 hours. And then it was just brutal roads. I thought I was going to blow my tires out. It was just awful. So if anybody has any intention of going to Long Island when they're up here this summer, I'm not joining you. I'd rather go to, yeah, Melissa, you can have Long Island. If you never have to leave it, I don't think it'd be so bad. But having to go back to Jersey, oh God, it was just awful. I should have posted the map how you have to get there, because it brought me all the way up across to George Washington, through the city, across into Long Island. Then when I came out, it came the other way, which was a lot better because I like the Verrazano Bridge. So that was actually, I liked the ride out because it was nighttime and it was cool. But that's a highlight of my week. Did some riding, and got to hang out a bit. So that was that. But we got a busy night. So I'm gonna get to it so I don't get yelled at for being chatty Cathy lady. But my wife's out of town, so she can't yell from the other room anyhow. But
No.
I want to start with the big news, because I know a
Yeah.
lot of people are tuned in for that, and it's pretty epic. So we have a guest that's in the green room. We're all professional, and I don't know, the green room is what the professionals call it. It's just the bottom of my screen where I have to add them. That's it. So I will bring our special guest on, and we're going to get into a little talk of what we got coming and what we got shaking. So without any more babbling, welcome Hop to the stage.
Okay.
How you doing, Hop?
Good. Howdy, everybody.
Good.
Hello.
Man, it's good to see you. I've been talking to you a bit. You've kept me busy, I'll say that. Right when I thought I was getting caught up on things, then I'm not caught up on things. But it's all good. Hop's got some exciting news that's been in the works for a long time, and I hate keeping things a secret. So I'm really glad that he's coming on here to kind of tune everybody in so we can talk about it, and I don't have to watch what I say around people. So that's awesome, because I don't even bring it up. I don't want anything to get it. So Hop, why don't you tell us what you have planned, and then we'll go from there.
Just time to, like it says there, just time to raise the bar, I guess. So we got the 100 and the 100 knocked out, so it's time to push it and see what we can wind up with.
So Hop is setting out to beat his own record.
The goat, I know.
The yeah, well, goat. Well,
Well,
like,
duh.
and goat did a good job of keeping that secret too. So there's not much that goat doesn't know. I told him, I go, you're going to be a goddamn private detective someday. But these are some of the stickers getting ready for Hop's bike. So this maniac wants to do it again, and in more epic fashion. So 100,000 miles in 2021 wasn't enough for him. So he's going to shoot and break his own record starting when, Hop?
As soon as the bike gets here.
Yeah, why don't
Any
you
day.
tell them about that big news? Because most people don't know about that yet.
About what?
About the bike. About Harley stepping up and getting
Yeah.
a bike.
Yeah. Harley finally stepped up. They provided the bike, so got to give them props for coming around. It was actually supposed to be. I thought it was going to be here last week, and then it was just a nightmare. Things changed, so then they said it's going to be here. I don't know, like 2 weeks, and trying to work on some different stuff. So it should be hopefully this coming week. Hopefully this week it will get here. So that's what I'm shooting for, but I don't know if that's possible.
It's awesome that Harley did step up, though. You know, when he did the 100,000, I thought they kind of shit the bed by not getting on board with that. You know, when you have a product of theirs getting that kind of use, like that's just unheard of. And a lot of people are just so, so crazy. Yeah. The goat is a painter now and not a taper. So he's not a, what do you call that when you tape around for painting? You know, we got to do all the edge work. Whatever. Yeah, cut it in. He's done with that. He's a straight gangster painting now. So he's we
got plans for this bike. So it's definitely going to be no tape on it. It's going to be something different. So it's going to be cool.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool. And Legend has stepped up and sent a suspension down there to put on this bike. Custom Dynamics. I don't know if the light showed up yet.
Yes.
So the lights are all there. Custom Dynamics has stepped up and is going to light his way. Denali has stepped up and provided him with their state-of-the-art lights. So I don't think seeing is going to be a problem for you. So that's nice. You know, that is really good because you need to be seen and you need to see. You know, those are things that, you know, when you're doing the kind of miles you're going to do, you can avoid some traffic, but you ain't getting out of it all the time. So last thing you need on a ride like this is some jackass running in the back of you, something like that. You know, you want the back of that bike to be seen, and Custom Dynamics is just phenomenal with that. You know, I got to get it up, but I got to update my bike. I just haven't taken the time, and I really miss that. I notice people are on my ass all the time, so it's a big difference. Yeah.
Clockworks, they're getting the windshield. So, but I told them to just hang on to it. I want to ride up there and put it on up there. So
they're really good in the windshield. Like they have a couple spacers that go in there, which is I thought they were really clever how they did that, and they did it really fast. But I thought Clockworks is pretty smart how they put a bracket in there, and that gave them a little more room so they could make that windshield wide enough to get the air, because some of the other windshields, the wind hits me right in the side of the shoulders, and it just, man, if you don't clear my shoulders, I can't ride the day. I can't ride for 18 or 20 hours a day if I'm getting beat up by the wind. It's got to be just right. And I was just
that's why I told him. He wanted to send me a few of them to figure out which one works, but I told him I'll just go up there to be easier. I don't want to mess with sending stuff back and all that. So the D7 Pros is what I'm going with the dial-it-in.
Yeah, that'll be perfect. That'll be great, man. I'm really happy for you. I think it's going to be an awesome ride to follow along with. So everybody stay tuned. Obviously, we're going to have some a Give Butter set up to sponsor this thing. And if anybody has any connections, any corporate stuff, anywhere you work that wants to get behind the actual funding of the ride, you know, the kind of miles that it takes and what you have to pay for is astronomical. And what we're trying to do is we've got some programs you're going to see coming out here in the near future to help Hop pay for some of the stuff to do with the ride itself, so we can get out and do this. It's like a race car, like race car drivers are out there promoting things and doing their thing, but sponsors pay for the gas and everything else. So we're trying to take some of that burden off, and got some ways that we're going to fundraise just for the gas and for things like that, so he can do this, because we want that Mile Monster bike to be out there kicking ass and breaking all kinds of records. And and one of the themes is this right here: how far will he go? Because it's 101,000. We know he's going to shoot for that, but it may keep going. So we'll see when he gets tired, when he gets bored, if he's just had enough of the road. He saw a lot of shit in 100,000 miles. Like, I don't know what else in this country there is to see. Like, you might have to just expand and maybe fill that map in from Alaska all the way through Canada, all the way down into Mexico.
Yeah.
Just every road in North America, from the Panama Canal
Yeah.
to the Dead Horse has been hoptized.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. But you got anything to add to this epic adventure?
No, just, I mean, we got a big number, so yeah, definitely need people out there just, sharing it and really talking to like some corporate stuff. I mean, it's going to take some big donors like that, some companies and stuff like that to step up and, really want to get involved and do something to hit that number. Cause I think we talked about, we're looking to raise like, 250K. So gonna need some big people to step up.
Yeah, that'll be awesome too. And it'll be such an epic ride. And there's a lot more going on behind the scenes, a lot more going on out there in the world. I don't know. There was another guy that was riding this summer, but I don't know if he is or not. So
he takes off on the 25th.
On the 25th?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll see if that guy does. I don't think he's going to make it to 100,000, but that's just me. I hope he does, but that'll be a tough tell. But anyhow, I'm happy to see these riders going and doing it. Like, to do 100,000 miles is beyond insane, and to do it in consecutive days, 100 days. If you do 105,000, do it 105 days. If you do 125,000, do 125 days. Like, that number, whatever the mileage is, when you put that with the same amount of days, it's just beyond epic. It's like, it's hard to comprehend for somebody who rides a lot, and so people who don't ride a lot, they'll just be dumbfounded. They're going to be a lot of just like, hey, what? like, so I'm happy to see other people doing it, other people attempting to do that epic shit, because it makes the bar raise a little higher, and it gives it some credibility where people are like, well, that is possible. There's multiple people doing it. So it's not like he's just full of shit lying. So it's all good.
Yeah.
It'll be good, but we won't keep you hop. We're going to roll on to the geo hunt. I'll kick you out of here. And
yeah, got more stuff coming. So we'll keep you guys posted.
Awesome. Congratulations on getting Harley involved, and good luck in your prep work. And we look forward to kicking you off and cheering you on. So good luck prepping.
Yep. We'll see you guys.
All right, man. See ya.
Bye.
I don't know. That's insanity. I thought he was nuts the first time, but
I did too.
He just continues to be nuts. I think he's brain injured. I think that maybe there was something wrong. Like, I think his mom dropped him, and she just like doesn't want to tell us.
I thought you were retarded.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to check his head to see if there's any flat spots, because he keeps that hair like real fluffy on the side. So I think there's probably a flat spot where his mom bounced him.
I did 2,000 in 2 days, and I cried my head off. So I don't know. I'm just a wuss. I don't know.
I can't even imagine. But anyhow, let's get to the boys. You got any? What do you want to do first? You want to do my stuff or your first?
You go. I mean, you tell me whatever you want to do.
It doesn't matter to me at all. Why don't you give us the news on the boys, because I know we had a couple here in America, and I want to hear that.
Yeah, perfect. So I have talk about Alfie and Jack. They had their treatments in Florida, and it went really well for them. They headed back to school tomorrow. Not sure if everyone saw the video on Alfie climbing that wall. That kid's just insane. There's no stopping Alfie.
I thought it was awesome. And
Oh, it is.
I really wanted to get down there this weekend, and that was my plan originally, but I just couldn't swing it with my mother-in-law and me being in Minnesota last week and only being home for 2 days in 6 weeks was a bit much for me to leave again. So I didn't make it, but Big Daddy was down there. So thank you to Big Daddy. And did they tell you the news about somebody helping him out?
They did not tell me that.
Yeah,
They
I didn't
must have been
know.
saving that for you.
I don't know. I didn't hear a whole lot about it, but I did hear that there was an anonymous donor at the place that donated to help them their cost out getting the treatment done.
You're kidding.
So I thought that was pretty awesome. So somebody stepped up. We had some flyers made that we're putting at that facility so people can see what they're there for and hopefully get some help in the future. But that was pretty awesome. Big Daddy was there, and that was really cool because he's got a great big giant monster heart. And it was fun, that he could be there. So that was pretty cool.
That is awesome. That's very awesome. And then the news on them, Jack and Alfie's favorite color is blue. So I have all that. They both wear, and I was going to Google this before I got on, and then I didn't, but they both wear a size 11, 12 in the UK. I'm guessing that's like a boy's
A small.
small.
I don't know,
Probably.
medium. It's probably,
I was going to say
I don't know, youth
medium, but
medium.
I don't know if one of the other, I haven't dealt with a small boy. You know what I mean? In a
Yeah.
while, but I'm thinking it's like a medium. But I'll find that out for sure. Alfie's birthday is September 26th. And Jack's birthday was May 3rd, of course. So
Awesome.
That's what I have on them. Anything you want to add to that?
No, it was funny because I'm curious to see if the colors stay blue.
You'll be
the
surprised how many blue. Yeah.
If favorite
Or if
colors
they
tend to change a little bit.
change.
So
Yeah.
and they're Irish. How can they not have green as their favorite
I
color?
really, I was thinking when I asked that it would be green for them, or at least Alfie, I thought was going to be green for sure. I know Jack likes blue.
I thought it would match their soccer teams.
Mhm.
That would be their jam, but evidently
But they
not.
both said blue.
Yep.
Yeah. So Drew, he had a chance to get out a bit. The weather's been kind of nice. His color is black or red. And he is an XL. Unless it runs small, then they said maybe an XXL. He likes extra room to make comfy when sitting.
I hear that.
Yep. And then Drew's medication wasn't working very well for him, so they stopped that new medication he's on.
Yeah,
And
the
he
one they
sees the
fought to
doctor.
get.
Yeah, that they fought to get now. He sees the doctor and they're gonna reevaluate. So prayers to Drew for that, because I don't know where that's gonna go with that.
Yeah, hopefully you get that figured out.
Exactly. And Drew's birthday is December 1st. Forgot to write that down, but I knew that.
Awesome.
On to the goat. He managed to jack up his suspension on his wheelchair and break it. So a big shocker, Mom said. So they had somebody look at it. They said there's nothing they can do about it. So now he gets to drive it, and it's with no smooth ride. So that's
I
just the way
reached
it
out.
is.
He said he might need a Legend suspension on it. So I reached out to
Oh.
Legend. I reached out to Legend if they could build a suspension for a power chair.
Probably can.
And no, they said that was not in their realm of what they could manufacture, but they are sending him a package of some goods. So
good. So at least he'll get.
they did get a kick out of it. So, but that was pretty cool.
I mean, it's not funny, but kind of just knowing the goat the way he is. That
He only knows one way, and that's epic. He doesn't care about breaking
learned
things.
from
He's
you.
He's hung out with Hop, Twister, and Riot. Like, I don't think there's a whole lot of. Well, Twister's pretty nice to her things, but Hop and I, That's
Well, have you
not,
seen her
not
bike? Of course, that's
yeah.
not due to her. That's due to following you guys, I guess.
All right.
Poor Twister. He just got his heart monitor results back, and his heart is in perfect shape, which is awesome. Lab.
I knew that. Didn't need
Lab. His lab work for his platelets and triglycerin have stabilized, so he can stay on the lower dose of his med. Up next, Mom said, is the Pickle Fest with Twister. Mom has the best T-shirt picked out since she's being drug into it and hates pickles. Can't wait to see her shirt.
That's the last thing I want to go to. I hope they have fun.
Kier Duchenne conference is the 22nd to the 24th. The 25th is the Monster Barbecue. School is out in 12 days. I'm sure nobody can guess Gavin's favorite color. Gray. No, I'm just kidding. Blue.
Yeah, I'd be careful. Hop said that
I know.
once, and his bike
I
got
know.
turned blue for
Uh-huh.
telling everybody his favorite color was gray. Manny,
Manuel
you're on your.
I
Manny,
just
you're
read
on your own.
Manuel. That's not me. It wasn't me, Gavin.
Yeah, well, Manny's cooker is going to turn blue overnight. And he's a painter now. He said it himself.
That's true. I'll have to hide my bike. Gavin is an adult medium, and his birthday is August 18th. He's between
Perfect.
a medium and a small, but
He's a
I'm gonna go with the
medium.
medium.
He's a medium. Put it in the dryer an
Medium.
extra time.
Yeah. Uh-oh, he got a side eye.
And I know exactly what that side eye looks. I've seen that
Hey,
side
dude.
eye so many times.
I've
Gavin,
seen it
we're going to
a
bed.
million
I
times.
said we're going to bed. He looks at me like, what?
No.
That's pretty funny.
That is. On to Mr. Turbo. The fam spent Mother's Day on Long Beach, where Nicole spent growing up. They celebrated her mom and they had a great day, but it was really hot and Turbo had got a headache. I guess he's been having them kind of on and off. So they're kind of keeping an eye on that. They went to their favorite store and Turbo got a cool tomahawk and some turquoise jewelry. They had a great weekend. Turbo's favorite color is black and he's a large. His birthday's September 20th.
And speaking of September 20th, we are going to have a little birthday party at the Bash in September. So be ready for that and be thinking about that from now until then.
And the Bash is in 124 days.
Oh my God, I'm not ready for that.
Yeah.
Right.
Give you a little anxiety.
Yes.
On to Mr. Jackson. He had muffins with Mom on school on Friday, and they made bracelets. This was for Mother's Day in school. I guess he's been acting out a little, so for punishment, he had no music in the car for 2 hours yesterday.
And it cured him too. He said he doesn't want to be bad anymore.
Yeah, really it worked. So
That's pretty funny.
They're super excited for this weekend. He's having a birthday party, and a lot of the people are showing up for that. He doesn't know what's all in store for him. But he turns 6 on Tuesday, May 20th. And then the following day, he has a doctor's appointment. Boo.
Yeah. Happy
The
birthday.
joys of DMD. Yep. He's a youth small, and his favorite color is blue.
What is it with young boys? They like blue for a color. I don't know. That's just crazy.
It is. Nobody's green.
I know. Forest green's always been my favorite color, but not getting love, not even from the Irish.
No. They'll change next week, probably.
Yep.
Anyway.
There's one left. Maybe Brody's favorite color is green. Maybe not.
Maybe not. Brody's on his last week of school. He has a field trip tomorrow to the salt mines in Hudson, Kansas. Sounds fun.
I didn't even know there were salt mines in Kansas.
That's what they said, salt mines.
Is it like Morton salt, the salt we eat, or the salt we put on the roads?
I don't know.
Oh.
I'll have to Google it. Google it, Dylan.
Dylan,
Here he is.
just make it up.
He's gonna make it up. Yeah. Wednesday is a play day at school. They have water games, bouncy house, movies, etc. All kinds of fun filled this week. His doctor's appointment went great. No changes to meds. Everything was good. Next appointment isn't until the end of June. Brody's birthday is August 28th. Shirt size is youth small, and his favorite color is blue.
Damn.
I know.
Gonna have to make up. Well, at least Turbo
and Drew were a little off. So
yeah,
not
Turbo
off.
has and Drew's added black to his favorite because it used to just be red. So
yeah.
So we got two of them that 2 out of 7 are mixing it up a little bit. I've never been a fan of blue, but I do like some of the Harley blue bikes.
I do too.
know,
I
like that.
Blue
I like that color blue, but
yep. Crazy Ladies are on day 32. Or I mean 132. I'm sorry. Sorry, girls. Give you oh, sorry, that was bad. 132. They're like gonna shoot me for that one. The numbered coins, the boys' coins go on sale tomorrow on the website.
Yes, they're all separated. There's 7 coins, and they're all numbered 1. Let's see, 1 through 100. So there's 1 through 100, and they're going to be sold in a group of 7. So all 7 coins will be going out. So the numbered coins will be good. But anyhow, I can't read the comments because I laugh. But anyhow, the coins are all going out. We want to do it as a group thing. We may split them up and have them individual as well. But for starters, we're just going to put them on the website as one group set of coins. You pick a number, you get 7 coins. And also with that is if any of the Mega Monsters, there's going to be choices on the website so you can pick your number. But any of the Mega Monsters, all you have to do, one of the selections is going to be MM, and there'll be 22 or however many Mega Monsters are. All you got to do is select that. I know your number, and I'll put it in the mail. So you'll get your number. So all the Mega Monster numbers will be pulled aside, not be included in the list of numbers that are available. So, and the kids, they all getting theirs. We're trying to get them to you. I had the boys from Ireland. I planned to be in Florida. That didn't pan out, or I would have got them to Big Daddy. So I think I'll just end up dropping them in the mail unless they're coming back when I can get down there. But I think the next time they have treatment will be a little rough for me. That's usually my busiest time. So see what happens. But they'll be up tomorrow. Hopefully, when I get up in the morning, I'll try to do it first thing.
Sounds good.
Awesome.
I think that's all I have.
That's all you got?
The honor rolls this week.
Oh, perfect. Let's see.
Yeah.
Did I ride my bike yesterday?
You rode yesterday and still have time today. Huh?
I rode today. Did I ride yesterday? Oh, yeah, I did. I might actually get an honor roll in. I did ride yesterday. Rode to church, went out to breakfast, and I rode today. So I'm easily going to ride every day this week. So I shouldn't say easily. I've only done the honor roll a couple times. So, and remember, to get the honor roll certificate, you got to go to the website and, get the certificate. So you didn't do the honor roll if you don't get the certificate. And all of those Monster Mile certificates, that money is going directly to Jack and Elfie to get them to America for the treatments that are so needed. You watch Elfie climb, watch Jack, and Jack had some heart issues before he started these treatments. So we don't want him to go backwards. So we're going to make that work one way or another. So that's that. All right. Is that it?
That's it.
All right. Well, I got to be chatty because we got to talk geo hunt. So everybody ready? All right. I got to take a sip of DDP before we get into the hunt. Then I wonder why I can't sleep at night. I'm drinking Dr. Pepper at 8 o'clock at night, 8:30. All right. I got the book. I went through. We had a busy weekend this weekend. with people
We did.
finding some coins. And there were some really cool ones found. I had to laugh because Scott got snowed in Colorado, I don't know, around Easter, and he sent me, where he was at, where he got snowed in, because I was in Colorado at the same time, and I told him, you got to get over the mountain, you got to get to the eastern slope by that Good Friday, or you're not going to get out until Easter Sunday or maybe Monday. But anyhow, he got stuck there, and he was literally a mile from where a coin was. So I laughed that he's in Colorado literally for 3 days, and there's a coin he could have walked to at any one of those days. It was literally just down the road from where he was at. So I laughed, and then he got home and he figured it out. But when he figured it out, then the twist had it, he couldn't go there. So he had to sit and wait.
That sucks.
And he was hoping nobody was gonna find it. So he was waiting to go back, and he finally got it to go back. But it's one of the the stories. There's so many stories. I don't know, people are keeping up with it, watching it on Facebook, and seeing the things that people are finding and hearing the story that goes behind them. There was a reason why I put it there. I try to tell that story or what it meant to me. And one of them that was found today by Scott was Pinto and Todd Moreland. And if you're not familiar with Pinto's story, in 2020 during the Hoka Gopher and I were out in front, and we got to the dealership, and we left the dealership, the checkpoint, and that night I found out that Todd was killed in an accident in New Mexico on a lonely road on Highway 550. And so after that happened, it affected all of us riders differently, and it was just a sad day. It was some things just compounded. Earlier in that same competition, Go Home Ken got ran over, and Ken is a good friend of mine and a mentor to me when I started this journey out, and he got ran over and had a compound fracture on his leg. He got hit by a truck or a car, went down, and as he was getting back up, a truck hit him and ran over his leg and exploded his leg. So that was on one day. The next day, and that same day, Hopper got in an accident, and then the next day Todd gets killed. And a good friend of mine, Jason, he was the one who told me about Ken. He came upon Ken, and then he came upon Todd. So, and he called me about that, and I was just devastated. I was out ahead of people, and I was in Colorado, but I was near the Utah border, and I was trying to sleep. I could hardly sleep. I got up and I went to the Monument Valley, and I couldn't even ride. All I had on my mind was Ken getting run over, Pinto getting killed in an accident. So my mind is just not there. And every corner I took, I was a half a second off and I'm like, I can't ride like this. So I stopped at Monument Valley, which is one of my favorite places in the world. So I stopped there, said some prayers, and tried to get my mind right. Talked to Jason, asked him how he was doing, and he was kind of the same thing. Well, 2 days later, Jason calls me again. So I had to talk to him when Ken got hurt. I talked to him when Todd was killed, and then 2 days later, he calls me, and I said, God, every time I get a call from you, it's horrible. And he totaled his bike and lived to tell about it. So I don't know if his mind was like mine and just not there. But anyhow, that was the story with Todd. So it was I go there all the time. Like whenever I'm out west, I always stop at that spot. Paco had a cross made that was really nice, and it's in the ground there at the site. And down the road, there's a guardrail that people put stickers on the back of it. It's not right at the site. It's like a quarter mile away. So I told Scott, you got to go down there and see the stickers that are there and that kind of thing. I always write a note on the guardrail, but the sun fades it away. But every time I go there, I write a new note. But anyhow, a lot of Hoka hay riders go there. So putting a coin there, I was really surprised it lasted as long as it did. I thought people would recognize that. And there was even the hint in the pictures. It wasn't one I thought was going to be very hard to find, but it turned out a little harder than I thought it was going to be. but Todd was a great guy. So when they found that coin today, just flood of memories. You can see it on Facebook, all people talking about it and doing that. So that's what's really cool about this hunt for me is when people go back to these sites and they're finding these coins, and some are put there for personal reasons, some are there because it's cool, some are there because it's dumb, but there's all kinds of reasons. So it was fun to see these stories. And like Bradley's got a new setup. I hooked him up with the people at Legend at Bike Week, and he got a new Legend suspension put on his bike. Well, he stops at Legend. He's on a tour. He stops at Legend and getting some pictures with the Memory Maker outside of Legend suspension. So he leaves there and he goes to breakfast. While they're at breakfast, he's flipping through the book and he notices that looks familiar. Here he's standing on top of the coin taking pictures at Legend suspension, and then left there. And while he's eating breakfast, he looks and he's like, that's Legend. That's Legend in this picture. And he's like, look, I don't even remember what coin it was. Oh, it's 99. I do remember that because that was Twister's coin. But so coin number 99, it was really funny. So if you look at that picture, you can see their steps. And I had a sticker there. So he found the sticker when he went back. But it was just kind of funny that he's standing there posing with a picture, and he's sending me the picture. So I thought he found the coin. He's just sending me a picture of him at Legend. And I thought, oh, that is hilarious. That he's there and he's got the coin, but then he doesn't send a picture of the coin. So I thought, well, maybe he doesn't have the coin, and he didn't. And then he went back and got it. So that was kind of fun. So
That's awesome.
I don't know. There was another one too that got found that I thought was pretty cool. Oh, Daryl, my buddy, found one at our family cemetery. So that was the other funny story because Daryl.
I saw it at Wyatt, yeah.
There's a couple of cemeteries in my hometown and one of them a lot of people get buried at. I was just back there for a funeral a month ago, but our family has a private cemetery. It's open to people, but when I was a kid, it was just Wyatts that were in there, and that was it. You had to be a Wyatt, or you had to, like the girls that got married, you had to marry a Wyatt or be a Wyatt. And a couple other families were in there that settled the area, and that was it. But everybody's pretty much related that's in there. So Daryl goes to find the coin at our cemetery when he gets they got the thing unlocked. So he had the coordinates. Now he figures out where it is. He thought, well, it's going to be at Grandma Pearl's, Amy's grandma, he thought might be there, and didn't know where she was from. But he said, or it'll be at a Wyatt headstone. So this should be pretty easy. And he pulls into the cemetery and
they're all Wyatt.
And he's like, oh, there it is right there. This will be no problem at all. So he jumps off the biker and runs in there into the cemetery and looks around at the headstone, has Wyatt, and he starts looking around. He goes, they're all Wyatts. So he was walking around the cemetery, and there's hundreds of Wyatts buried there. So it was kind of funny. And then he finally figured out by the pictures in the book, number 86. So he figured that out. So when he was sitting, there's a bench there, and he kind of figured out from the angle of the bench and everything, it was a flag, that he kind of went over there. And then when he went over there, and then he could see the headstone was right. It was my grandma and grandpa's headstone. And it was not buried. So that is one thing that I realized, that if we do this again, we'll adjust. All the northern tier coins, the frost pushed them up. So if they were some of them I only buried this far because there was like no sense in putting them down a foot. All of the ones that weren't buried very far got pushed up. And I should have thought about that, because when I was a kid, we used to have to pick rocks in the fields every spring from the frost pushing the rocks up. So if you're not familiar with frost, when the ground freezes, the rocks move up. So over a course of time, rocks come to the surface in the fields. So, and I remembered picking rocks, but I didn't remember that it would push my coin up. And I'm thinking that's probably what happened to some of these coins that are missing, is they got pushed to the surface where somebody walking by would notice them. So, yeah. So Dylan, if we go down 48 inches, the frost won't affect it. So that is good. So next year, our shovels might be a bit on the heavier duty side. It could be an auger for anything above the Mason-Dixon line. You're going to need a spade shovel. So, but that was awesome. I counted the coins up. I might be off by 1 or 2, but there's at least 40 coins still available. So when this started, we originally were going to have 100 coins, and we have a little more than that. But we advertised as 100 coins, and there's still 40 left. So there is a lot of coins out there for people to get. So when you see coins popping off of all of this, don't sweat it. There's plenty of coins. There's still 40 coins to go. That's 40 people that can get a coin. And the twists are only going to get more fun as we go. And I'm telling you, next week's twist, you want to be paying attention because that's on Monday. And next Monday is going to cover, our twist will cover Memorial Weekend. So there's going to be a time for people that I know are going to be able to take some time to actually go and ride. So there's going to be some twists that are going to involve the people who can travel. So I'll give you that little clue. But as far as this week's craziness, I do want to give a shout out to Team Honor because they are leading the way with fundraising, and they had a little bit of a lead over Team Compassion. So, but they are winning so far. So the one thing that stays the same is the 1 per state. Now the change this week is you can only get 1 coin in a specific zone. So if you have a coin from Compassion, you can't get another coin from Compassion. If you got a coin from Respect, you can't get another one in Respect. So, and the state thing still applies. There's a few states in here that are half the state is one thing, half is the other. Montana, I think, got cut to go diagonally. You can see, but anything gets cut. The state thing still applies. The only difference is for this week, Team Honor does not have to abide by the zone rule because they are leading in fundraising. And as a reward for leading in fundraising, they can hunt anywhere they want. So Team Honor, you have a little free for all this week. And next week, you'll want to really be between now and then. How do I put this without giving it away? You want to be leading in your fundraising individually and possibly for teams as well. But especially for individually, there'll be some things coming your way for both you and your sponsors. So be prepared for some fun next week. This week is just a warm up to the twist, but 1 per zone unless you're Team Honor. So your other 3 teams, if you have one in a zone, you have to go to a different zone. So keep that in mind, and happy hunting to everyone. Are there any questions, Bonus, or Dylan? I didn't even see anything. I was just reading that one. Bonus.
Mark is asking if it's still 1 per state if they're Honor.
Yes. Yep. That
Okay.
one is still the same. If you're on Team Honor, that stays the same for 1 per state, but not this week's twist where you're going to have a whole zone. Because like for me, if I was hunting, I live in Jersey, and if I could not hunt in Integrity, I have a long ways to go to get out of my zone. So it's a long haul. So it's all good. But yeah, other than that, all the zones are open. If you're on Team Honor, the zones are open.
I don't think he's happy.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
like
that's
a happy face.
that's the thing about the twist.
the twist.
People won't be happy, and that's what makes them a twist. And it really, it's like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing for one, but I'm just trying to design it to be fun and get some things that people don't expect. And so people have to work at it, and it gives those that are busy working a chance to get out and hunt as well, and mix it up a little bit. So anybody Team Honor, you don't have to worry about it. But if somebody doesn't have a coin, it really doesn't apply. None of these apply to them. This is the people who have a coin is the ones who get affected with this. But next week you'll have all the laughs. So it will all be good, and it's all good. So Team Honor, you're doing a great job kicking ass with the fundraising. I got it right here. Team Honor was at 4,600, and Compassion is in second place with 44. So Compassion almost had it this week. They were like unlocking one coin away from being able to hunt anywhere. But Honor held it up. And the thing about Team Honor is they have the least amount of people in it. So Integrity, which has the most, is behind in the fundraising. So I think that's kind of funny. So sometimes numbers aren't as important as you think. So anyhow,
Do the bonus coins apply?
no, you can get the bonus. That's a good question. Thank you. Any of the bonus coins don't apply to anything. So bonus coins are just going to be just that, a bonus coin. If you have a coin, if their rule keeps it off, if there's a bonus coin, you can go for bonus coins anytime. And I think tomorrow I'm going to release one of the bonus coins. That'll be fun for this one, because then people can do that. So tomorrow I'll post the twist and a hint about one of the bonus coins. So that will be good. So Misty reminded me to do that.
Last Painting, The Rings of Life, comes out on Monday. You guys are going to want it.
So comes out on Monday. Comes out like today is Monday. So next week before
I think it'll be next Monday, because he posted one today and I missed out getting a chance to get that.
Yeah, I missed out on that too. So it's awesome. But anyhow, good. So if it's next Monday, I got time. So I think you should open it up right now. So while I'm thinking about it, because if it's on a Monday, I'm always like a million things going on. So Gavin, on Monday, when you send me my morning message, remind me to put in for that last one, because I'm going to win that one. So Amy, just get ready to fork over some cash. So we're all good. She's like, why did we spend X amount of dollars on the goat stew? I said, because I was going to win that. I was pretty much set on a painting. So it's all good. And I was told that his last one was a really cool one, and I would want it. So I have every intention of giving up my best effort.
Selena won today. Congratulations.
Nice job, Selena.
It was a cool looking one too.
Awesome. And I just saw that Jackson wants a painting for his birthday, Gavin. So send Gavin some hints of what he likes. He's not painting a Kendrick Lamar for him either. That's off limits. All right. I've been chatty enough. It's 8:48. Dylan, are we good? Awesome. Misty, we good?
We're good.
All right. I look forward to seeing everybody this weekend. I'm heading to Virginia. I have a double duty on Saturday. So I have to be down first thing in the morning in Baltimore for breakfast. So I'll be leaving my house at 3 in the morning, probably 4 in the morning. And I have breakfast in Baltimore. And then I have to shoot from there to Virginia to meet Jackson. So that's going to be pretty awesome. So the bike's getting ready. I got a helmet coming. We're going to get some stuff decked out for the boy, and we'll be all good. Nice. So I'm pretty excited. I hope he's excited. I got a special surprise for him. So I hope.
Are we not unlocking anything?
Oh, crap. I forgot about that. Good call. I don't know. Did we even get the... I don't know. Let's see. I got to check my text to see if Mandy sent me what to unlock. I don't know. She's more on the ball than I am. So let's see.
Next, like
I got... I didn't get anything from Mandy, so I guess I don't have, and Mandy was super busy today, I know that, so yes, any of the unlocks, they'll be on the website tomorrow morning, so best I can do. So I'm not sure who donated what, because I know people unlocked coins, they donated the full 300 to unlock a coin, but I'm not sure about clues, so if somebody had something, Mooney, what did you want unlocked? I'll unlock it, he's on there right now. So
Mandy said she didn't have anything, but James said he had one. So.
Oh. All right. Well, Mooney, you send that to make sure Mandy knows that you have that in your give butter, and then I'll be clear to unlock it. So it'll be all good. So either way, we'll get it unlocked for the morning and it'll be all set. So Mooney had one to unlock, and there might be one other one. So it'll be all good. So figure that out. Otherwise, people are getting smarter. They're getting their donors to donate on Tuesday morning.
Yep.
Like they're collecting people and saying, hold off on that and then send that in now. Now would be a good time to do that. So that's pretty funny. I do like how people are actually using it as part of their strategy to get the coin unlocked. And there's some unlocked coins right now. Here, I'll show you the coins right now.
That aren't found.
These are unlocked coins that nobody's claimed yet. Let's see what I do with my.
Oh, I'm gonna go to Utah.
So there's the number 28 that's been unlocked. So these are all online. That's been unlocked. Number 41 is not. It is unlocked, but that is not going to be unlocked. So keep 41 is not. The 41 is not available. It's somebody paid to unlock it, but I don't want to give things away, but you'll understand why very shortly. So there's another one in 48. 48 is unlocked. That was really funny because Susan Miller was convinced that was Sturgis, and she was heading to Canada. That was another one that was found this week. She went to Saskatchewan to find the coin from that I put there, all because of the movie Slapshot. In the movie Slapshot, they did a fashion show, and when they were walking down the runway, one of the guys was introduced, and they said he was from Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. And from that moment until this moment, I wanted to go there. So I went there to put a coin because of that. But she was convinced that 48 was in Sturgis, and it's not. It's in New York.
In New York.
So she was heading to South Dakota and unlocked New York. So that was kind of funny. I had a good laugh about that. There's one in Texas. The 100 coin is in Texas. So those are the ones that are unlocked that nobody's went to, which shocked me unless they already have one from New York and Texas. So there's 2 in Texas that are unlocked. The one might be a bit of a stretch, but I think we got some. There has to be some criminal minds in here that can figure out how to get behind a locked area. I put some of these in place where I had to do things that were maybe not 100% legal without convicting myself here. But so anyhow, 28 is unlocked. 28's unlocked, and 100 and 41, but 41 doesn't count. So 28, 48, and 100 are there. So 41 you're going to see shortly. It's unlocked. But some things came up last weekend, so we made an exception to a rule because it's for a very special occasion. So that's that. That's all I got. And number 8 in Arizona was another one that was found by Frosty's mom. And that was really cool because that is a really, really cool place. I didn't think people would find, and she unlocked it when she saw it was in Arizona, and she went and got it. And it was just it's a cool mountainside view and kind of a sketchy place to stop, but it was really fun. So it was all good. So yeah, Turbo, eventually there's still a ton of coins not unlocked yet. So there'll be some that pop up in California and go hunting. So, and there's some bonus coins all around too. So just got to pay attention. And I would start by paying attention tomorrow when I unlock this bonus coin. So get ready for that. Anyhow, that's that. No other questions. We're all good to go. Awesome. That all we got for questions? Yeah, I tried, and Frosty's mom took a picture on the edge of the cliff that it was on. So Frosty's like, and she goes to the edge of the cliff. Yeah, I can ask my mom to make some cinnamon rolls. She wasn't making them, Gavin, because my dad's on a diet. So I told her to put a lock on the freezer instead of having him on a diet. Just put a lock on the freezer, and then you can keep him out of it. Otherwise, my dad has the same willpower I have, which is non-existent to cinnamon rolls. cinnamon rolls like crack. My daughter made 20 of them. There's a freezer right behind my wall, and she made 20 of them, and she left to go back to Colorado. They were gone in 7 days. So that's that. Yep. Turbo, you'll have to pay attention to your coin, but I'd pay attention because they'll be coming up, and I have a feeling you're going to know a few places. So that's that. Happy hunting, everybody. Have any questions? Hit me up. But tomorrow, if any questions, there's going to be a post tomorrow morning about the twist. Any questions? That's where you want to go and post your questions, and then we'll get back to them, because Mandy's all jobby and has to be adulty during the day and can't just spend all the time on monster things. So that's that. So anyhow, that's all I got. You good?
I'm good.
All right, everybody. Have a nice week of hunting. Thanks for everything. Amy, when you watch this, I look forward to seeing you. She's out of town. She'll be home tomorrow. So I can't wait to see get my wife back home and all under the same roof for a whole 20 hours before we have to part ways again. But it's all good.
Don't need
Awesome.
5 more minutes.
You need 5 more minutes, Goat? Well, Goat, I should have brought you on. You could tell us a story for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's
Okay.
bedtime. It's bedtime. What the hell are you even doing up? It's my bedtime. You shouldn't be up now anyhow. If we get one more comment, we're gonna shut it off at 200 comments. So as soon as somebody comments, Goat, it's over with for you. Otherwise, I'll stall for a couple.
There it is.
See you, Goat. Peace out.